Good afternoon and welcome to HTV News. I'm Blair Caldwell. It's been impossible to ignore our top story. It is cold. The Weather Channel ranked Fort Wayne the 10th coldest city in the country so far this year. Along with the cold has come snow and ice. And this week I found out what has made it so tough for the maintenance department to keep the campus running on what's been a brutal winter. With snowfalls at an all-time high, many are having trouble keeping up with the mounds of snow. Huntington University is no exception. The maintenance department is in charge of clearing campus walkways, lots, and even city streets for faculty and students. Jerry Gressley, director of physical plant and maintenance, says that the snow has affected every aspect of the job.
It becomes very tiring to everybody, especially when you're working long days. We come in early mornings many times, and then some of these overnighters. We've had 3 times now in January and February that we've spent the whole night here.
With the snow not stopping anytime soon, maintenance has created a plan to attack the snow in the most efficient and convenient way possible.
Open up paths from residence halls to the dining commons, and immediately start working towards academic buildings, and at least start having paths open. They may not be the width that they need to be, but folks can at least get to class, get to breakfast.
Both students and faculty appreciate the work being done to clear roads and pathways like these across campus, but they wonder what happens to those other maintenance needs during big snowfalls.
It's probably not the maintenance workers' fault. I mean, I'm sure they're working hard. I'm not saying it's administration's fault. I'm just saying there's got to be something wrong because, I mean, yeah, they're clearing up a lot of snow and everything, but then, I mean, what about like all the maintenance requests?
Gressley told me that they are about 450 requests behind, which is nearly 18 times more than they get in an average day. Most of these requests are as simple as changing a light bulb, but it is still a request that they must fill.
I have to be aware that they can't do everything. I mean, if they could wave their wand or wiggle their nose or whatever and get it done, I'm sure they would love to do that, but it's just not that easy.
Maintenance workers ask students to work with them to maintain campus by moving their cars from lots and also to just give them some grace.
Mostly just have some patience with, especially if they have a lamp out in their room or something and we haven't got there for a couple weeks. Hang in there. We know we're trying to get there as fast as we can.
Reporting for HTV, I'm Blair Caldwell. A select few brave the winter weather for Antiquology's exclusive soda tasting. On Monday and Tuesday, tasters were given some history of each soda before they tried out the different colas. And then they were able to rate the flavor on a scale of 1 to 5. Antiquology uses this feedback to rank the different brands for their customers. Owner Rebecca Hansen says that this event has given people better insight on what makes different sodas unique.
We actually had a lot of people requesting, kind of asking for something like this. So this is the opportunity to show people that flavors vary drastically between brands. Different people use different ingredients.
Some of the ones we tasted tonight I had never heard of.
And it's nice because you get 10 tastes with each tasting, so you get quite the variety.
The next tasting will be in March and will feature orange and orange cream sodas for $15. You can get a ticket to the tasting as well as a t-shirt. For more information, you can go to antiquology.com. If you want to be an RA or a mission trip leader, the deadline to apply is this Friday. We sat down with campus leaders in charge of the selection process to find out what they're looking for.
There are a lot of student leadership opportunities here on campus. There's residence life, CMC, trip leading, mentoring, Friesen Center, SAB, MAC. There's a lot of opportunities depending on your gifts or your interests.
RA applications are due this Friday, February 14th, and they're actually, the applications are online this year. So what applicants need to do is go to the website, which is huntington.edu/students/residence-life. And there's a link on that page to apply to be an RA.
I would suggest that anybody apply for a student leadership position. Even the application process is a learning experience. Maybe you've never been through an interview before, or maybe if you aren't sure if you want to be like a CMC, the application and interview process would give you more information about whether or not you wanted to take that position, or whether or not that wasn't really what you were called to.
What we look for in student leaders are people who are already leading without the title, people who are influencing people on their floor, whether that's by organizing Bible study, whether that's by investing in people's lives, whether that's just making their floor a better place to live on.
On Friday, RA applications are due online and trip leader applications are due to the campus ministry office. Instead of complaining about the cold, HU decided to take advantage of the snow and have some fun. The past weekend, Student Activities Board hosted their first annual Snowdown. Former student Tiana Clark designed the event in hopes it would become a new campus tradition. The fun-filled weekend was designed to resemble Olympiad. Students were asked to create their own teams of 8 to compete in events like ice limbo, speed skating, figure skating, snowman building, ice sculpting, and sled pulling. Even teams received gold, silver, and bronze medals for each event. From the students we spoke to, they all agreed the Snowdown was cold, but an awesome time. It's the time of year where people tend to either hate it. With Valentine's Day around the corner, we wanted to know what you were doing or not doing for the holiday in this segment of Man on the Street.
Honestly, I don't really have any plans for Valentine's Day.
We're having dinner together.
Oh, got big plans. Going to Indy and going swing dancing, and before that going to the Cheesecake Factory.
I have a date with Bradley Cooper. It's going to be at my apartment, and I'm gonna watch all his movies.
Clearance line or aisle at Walmart probably. See if I can find something in there.
For Valentine's Day, I'm maybe asking someone out, I don't know. This year for Valentine's Day, our floor is meeting up with our sister floor and like dressing up real fancy and going to dinner together.
For Valentine's Day, I plan on laying in bed in some comfy clothes and watching Netflix.
We're gonna go out to eat and go ice skating in Fort Wayne.
You know, I'm just going to the formal dinner up in the upper banquet room here at the DC, and I don't know, I think just a quiet night and maybe a couple of movies.
Well, I guess maybe we should check the weather for all those people who are going to be staying in this weekend for Valentine's Day, see if there's good, valid reason to stay in for Valentine's Day. Let's check out the weekend weather for you. So on Friday, it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 25 and a low, in the -4s. Oh my goodness, so cold. On Saturday, we've got partly sunny with a high of 22, a low of 8. And Sunday, we're going to be nice and fairly warm for this time of year for what we've seen lately, and partly sunny with 25 of a high and 11 for a low. So weekend weather is still going to be really, really stinking cold. But that's all we have for you in this installment of HTV. Make sure to check out our website, htvnews.net, and follow us on Twitter at HTVnews_HU. As always, thanks for watching HTV News, your source for all your campus and local news headlines. Have a nice night.